as many of you guys may know, De'Ara filed a lawsuit against Ken at the end of 2024. Here we are ending 2025, and De'Ara was finally able to serve Ken. Now, De'Ara hired a private investigator, and that investigator was finally able to catch up with Ken at a gym in Dallas. Then Ken went and filed paperwork basically claiming that he was not served correctly. If you guys have not checked that video out, I will link it at the top here. Well, now De'Ara has responded back to Ken's claims. So she starts by saying defendants, which is Ken's motion, is a waste of the court and her time and resources. So it goes on by saying, since filing this case on December 31st, 2024, plaintiff has attempted to serve the defendant through traditional means of the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office at his last known address. Then it states that the plaintiff, who is De'Ara, enlisted the help of a Georgia private process server who attempted to serve the defendant at the same address, as well as his girlfriend's last known address and his mother's house and sister's house. Moreover, the Georgia private processor attempted to serve the defendant at multiple public locations, even performed a skip trace. So basically, De'Ara and her lawyer are trying to say here that they've attempted to serve Ken the correct and proper way, but Ken was pretty much dodging them. That's when they had to do these stakeouts, run up on him at the gym. Now, you guys know Ken is claiming that the way that the process server approached him was not correct. So he doesn't feel like that this was a proper way to be served. So then they included a statement from Ken. Now, this statement says, upon approach, the process server stated only, "I have documents for you," without identifying herself or stating that the papers were in legal nature. Defendant asked what the documents were, but the process server remained silent and merely attempted to hand them over. So De'Ara's team is claiming that this is absolutely false. In fact, they have video footage, which they have provided the courts. It states, in fact, the video shows the exact opposite of the defendant's claims. When the defendant was asked what documents were, the Texas process server replied and stated that it was a citation. And when Kenneth asked again, she repeated it was a citation, which is what the summons is called in Texas. It states in paragraph 4 of the defendant's motion, the defendant again misrepresents the truth. He didn't just say no thanks. After learning that the Texas process server was attempted to give him legal documents, he also began denying that he was Kenneth and claimed he didn't know who Kenneth was. The Texas process server attempted to give him the documents again, but he refused the documents, and she had him verbally confirm that he didn't want to accept the documents. Despite the defendant's beliefs that the Texas process server should have followed him into the gym and forced him to take the documents, the gym requires a membership, and following him into the gym to serve him would likely have been invalid, as the process server would have been trespassing. So they have this all on video and did provide this video to the court. So we'll see what happens from here. But let's move on to this next topic with Queen and Clarence. Now, you guys know that Clarence recently had a beautiful birthday surprise planned out for Queen, but people quickly felt like that this looked too much like a proposal. Well, now Queen is speaking out on this whole birthday situation.
You brought up marriage. Obviously, that's something that I feel like your fans try to force you back into marriage. You did kind of troll everybody. You took pictures like.
Oh, you're probably talking about what he did for my birthday. He set up a really beautiful picnic, and it was
okay. That's what it was. But he
didn't set it up. The person that he hired set it up like that.
Yeah, well, he hired him.
He was trying to do something
He was just
nice.
he said just set her up a beautiful picnic. This girl went and made it look like a doggone proposal.
And everybody thought he was proposing. And they
they assumed that he went and did the roses and put up the flower heart and stuff. They assumed that he did that, but he didn't know. Like.
Yeah,
he paid her to do it, and she did it. But I thought it was beautiful.
So is that frustrating when you see the beauty in it, and then people are talking about engagement?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating because like I actually had a great birthday, and no matter how great my birthday was, people will try and take it, and that's why sometimes it's like posting online is like a blessing and a curse, because like they can take something so positive and turn it so negative. Like, oh, why would he set it up like that nice, and she would.
So now, if you guys didn't know, there's been this whole thing with Lena allegedly watching everything that Nick does and just copies her. There's been 2 or 3 occasions where people have pinned this to be true.
So cute and dainty. Oh my god, with the piercings right there. So fire.
Heaven sent, right? That'd be cute. And this is like my good side, so I feel like maybe I'll do it for my birthday. But I want it to be dainty. I want it to be like this. Like this is like, I really like this tattoo, and I like this way.
I posted a video on my YouTube the other day of me like cleaning my house and decluttering before I go out the country. People was in my comments like, people was basically trying to be like, oh, you can't do a cleaning video. Oh, bitch, you can't clean your house because somebody else cleaned their house.
So now people are making these comparisons yet again. Now, although Lena claimed that she will never get surgery, as you guys know, 4 years ago, Neek shared her journey after getting her breast done. Well, Lena claims that if she wasn't afraid of surgery, she would get her breast done too.
I feel like I used to be like, oh, I want to get my done. I'm just so afraid of surgery. Like, I used to say that a long time ago. Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to get my things done, but I'm too afraid, man. Like going through surgery and coming back from surgery, that should be crazy. You should go back to what? I should go back to what? You guys aren't completing y'all full sentences. What the hell? Beautiful blessings. Naya, welcome in. Ooh, Nini, you should go back to America. Yes, we are going back soon, yo. To go and visit. Not move, but visit everybody. Thank you. That's what she was trying to say. Oh, yeah, we're going to be going back to visit y'all. Hold on, let me just clean this camera. It depends. Implants, I wouldn't want implants. I literally would want like a breast lift. Before, I used to want like implants, but now I feel like they're fine. Like the size of them is fine. It's just that I breastfed Lenny, so if you're a mama, you already know how your tetas get after you breastfeed. But I don't know. I'd be saying like, oh, I probably want it, or I don't like how they look, But it's like I'm so afraid to go through with something like that, because I've heard stories of people that get their their tetas done and like they get sick or they don't feel the same or their body feels different, and it's like I don't want to make a decision like that. That's like hard to reverse, But when I was younger, I used to be like I wanted implants. The next video will be when y'all wake up. I think Kendall should be getting on soon. We're going to be battling with Kendall. I think with implants, with implants, I've heard like people get sick. What's her name? Abby? You guys know who I'm talking about? Abby or something?
So Ty is now speaking out after her 1-year-old daughter has a bald spot from getting her hair braided.
Looking in the back of her head, and it's a whole big ass gap in the braid is going. Then I'm cleaning up, and then I find a braid on the couch. So I don't know how it got there. I don't know what happened, what transpired. Actually, I'm lying. The braid was, no, it was on the couch. Same thing. On the couch, by the couch, on the floor. So I was just like, maybe she just need to take a break from the braid. I don't know if she braided them too loose and that's why it came out, or if Favor pulled it out, or if it was too heavy. I don't know. It just came out. That's all I know. It could have been all those in one. Nah, I don't think Harmony pulled it out. They be pulling each other here, but Harmony didn't pull. The braid was in the back. Harmony, if Harmony pulled something out, she would have pulled it out in the front. Because none of the other braid, only one braid came out. So I'm trying to figure out if Favor pulled it out or was it just too heavy? Like, I don't know. I just know it came out. And so I was just like, I'm going to let her get a break from the braids. She didn't get a bald spot, luckily. But that part where the braid did come out, I do think a little bit of her hair came out with it, but it wasn't a lot. It was just like a tad bit. Like a very thin amount came out. But it's not noticeable. Y'all wouldn't notice it. I notice it because I look at her every day. But if I was to turn her around and show y'all wouldn't notice it. But, you know, that's why I'm just not listening to y'all no more. I just do my parenting the way I want to do my parenting. I don't think she was ready for braids.